Welcome to another video from the Insurance Domain Training Center. Today, we address a critical challenge in the general insurance/P&C insurance industry. Are rigid, decades-old legacy systems a permanent stumbling block to implementing AI? The answer is no. The modern architectural solution is an AI orchestration layer. In this video, we will explain how carriers can leverage advanced AI without undertaking a risky multi-million-dollar rip-and-replace core transformation of their existing systems. Let's explore. A catastrophic weather event strikes. A property and casualty insurer's response time is a matter of basic survival. Speed and precision are critical. Yet the operational backbone managing those urgent claims is often built on infrastructure dating back decades. These policy administration and claim systems, often running on older AS400s, rigid on-premise installations, or mainframe architectures, act as highly secure vaults. They hold massive, valuable repositories of historical business data and highly deterministic underwriting logic. Insurers actively want to deploy modern, generative artificial intelligence to interrogate this data, automate risk assessment, and accelerate fraud detection. The structural problem is that modern AI models cannot natively communicate with heavy, siloed, and disconnected legacy applications. Attempting to rip and replace these monolithic core systems is a multi-million-dollar undertaking with a notoriously high failure rate. At the same time, failing to integrate advanced AI guarantees operational obsolescence. The early approach to solving this integration gap was to build direct API connections. Every new large language model or optical character recognition tool was wired directly into each specific legacy database. This point-to-point architecture creates an unmanageable web of technical debt. The sheer volume of maintenance overhead and integration complexity causes the system to collapse under its own weight as data bottlenecks multiply. The modern architectural solution is to insert an AI orchestration system layer between the two environments. This decoupled middleware acts as an intelligent traffic controller. It sits completely separate from the core systems, managing all inbound and outbound automated processes. When a request comes in, the orchestrator evaluates it, calls upon the exact AI models required, retrieves only the necessary data from the core, and applies strict business logic to the outputs. By isolating the AI workflows into this central hub, insurers can deploy and scale advanced artificial intelligence immediately, entirely bypassing the need for a costly core system replacement. Constructing this orchestration layer requires strict data discipline. The process begins by inventorying the existing monoliths, policy, billing, and claim systems, and carefully exposing their functions through REST APIs or robotic process automation connectors. Legacy systems store data in highly specific, often archaic formats. Feeding this raw, idiosyncratic schema directly into a generative AI model introduces severe misinterpretation risks. To solve this, the orchestrator routes incoming system data through an API gateway to create a canonical insurance data model. The gateway strips away proprietary formatting, standardizing inputs into clean, universal objects like policy, claim, insured, and vehicle. The AI models never touch the original database structures. They interact exclusively with clean, canonical shapes. Once standardized, these objects are passed into the orchestrator's workflow engine, which controls the exact sequence of operations required to complete a business task. This decoupling acts as a critical protective mechanism. It allows data science teams to safely test probabilistic AI models in the upper layer, while the deterministic core databases remain securely insulated below. Inside the workflow engine sits the agent router. Its sole function is to evaluate a task and invoke the specific, specialized AI model best suited to execute it. Consider a complex, high-speed event, a policyholder submitting a first notice of loss immediately following an auto accident. The customer uploads disorganized photos and frantic voice notes into the workflow engine. The agent router splits the workload, routing audio files to a speech-to-text agent to generate a clean text narrative, while photos are simultaneously pushed to a vision AI agent to assess physical damage. While the AI agents process the media, the workflow engine queries the underlying legacy system to pull the specific policy limits tied to the customer's standardized profile. The transcript, The damage classification and the policy coverage boundaries are then combined and fed into a large language model agent. Its prompt is strictly constrained to synthesize these specific inputs into a concise, formatted claim summary. The orchestrator takes this finalized summary, passes it back down through the API gateway, and writes it cleanly into the legacy claim system. To the decades-old backend platform, the data appears exactly as if a human adjuster manually typed a highly detailed report. The legacy application continues performing its original function, unaware of the AI workflow operating above it. Automating processes across probabilistic models introduces a massive operational hazard. An AI hallucinating an incorrect coverage amount or approving a policy that violates state regulations carries severe financial penalties. To maintain strict compliance, the orchestration layer relies on two rigid guardrails, the context manager and the business rules engine. The context manager acts as short-term memory, continuously feeding the AI exact policy boundaries to suppress fabricated data. Before leaving the layer, outputs hit the business rules engine, which blocks or modifies recommendations to fit hard-coded state regulations and company limits. The true value of these guardrails becomes apparent during a complex underwriting intake process. When a broker emails a sprawling submission package containing dense ACORD forms and historical loss runs, the orchestration layer catches the payload. An optical character recognition agent scans and extracts the key exposures. The workflow calculates risk scores, pings external catastrophe models for location data, and immediately forces all those variables through the business rules engine to ensure the resulting quote meets baseline underwriting guidelines. Additionally, the system features a model gateway. If IT leadership decides that Anthropic's Claude performs this specific underwriting analysis better than OpenAI's GPT, they can swap the vendor at the gateway level. The established workflows remain perfectly intact. The orchestration layer effectively serves as a translator, taking the creative, probabilistic guesses of modern AI and refining them into the rigid, deterministic commands that the insurance industry runs on. The final destination of these orchestrated workflows is almost never an unverified system command. The endpoint is a human-in-the-loop review. The orchestrator handles the high-volume data extraction, routing, and formatting. The critical financial decisions, the final approval of an underwriting risk, or the authorization of a large claim payment, remain the strict responsibility of human underwriters and adjusters. By utilizing AI to augment rather than replace, insurance carriers save years of development time and avoid the massive capital losses associated with failed core transformation projects. The decoupled architecture prevents vendor lock-in. Carriers retain the agility to adopt rapidly evolving open-source AI models without re-architecting their entire data pipeline. Over time, this orchestration layer scales horizontally, evolving into an insurance intelligence fabric. Specialized AI agents collaborate seamlessly across underwriting, billing, claims processing, and fraud management. In this environment, decades-old legacy mainframes cease to be liabilities. They function exactly as they were originally designed, as highly secure, reliable vaults, actively participating in an advanced, predictive ecosystem. True technical modernization in property and casualty insurance is not achieved by tearing down the monolithic foundations of the past. It is built by orchestrating an intelligent, modular layer above them.
Thank you for watching the Quick Bite series from www.inzu.com. Please like and subscribe to our videos for you to get notification when we upload new videos.